Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about Shurigawa's second episode of season 14, his third episode as the Doctor, which is The Devil's Chord, written by Russell T Davies. This one is a lot better than Space Babies, in my opinion. It feels like there's more going on, and the plot's a little bit more interesting. I think the Maestro is a little too over the top. Same problem I have with Space Babies, where it's a little too campy. I like Doctor Who campy, but sometimes they overdo it a little bit. The Maestro kind of resorts to just screaming a lot. Um, I feel like the Toymaker was campy, but he was also more menacing. While the Maestro just kind of got on my nerves after a while, just a little too obnoxious. I think the Doctor and Ruby are good here. I like their outfits, the whole 60s vibe to it. The Beatles don't really look like the Beatles. They just look like full dudes. Um, and like a Beatles cosplay that really looks nothing like any of them. Um, but I'm a fan of the Beatles, and I like that Ruby's a fan of the Beatles. We're so much like each other. We should me and Ruby should start dating or something. The pacing in this episode was abysmal. It just too much was happening, and I feel like none of it got a time to breathe. So much was like point A to point B that none of none of the characters have a chance to reflect on what's going on for most of the time. I think the worst example of this is when they're on the rooftop and the doctor's like, "Oh, I used to live in the '60s with my granddaughter Susan," and she's like, "Oh, you have a granddaughter?" And he's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Where is she?" And he was like, "I don't know, probably dead." And then immediately moves on to the next scene. Stuff like that, very rushed. I think if this episode had maybe like was 60 minutes instead of 45 minutes, they could have padded that out a little bit and made the flow a little bit natural instead of rushed. The music number at the end was kind of ridiculous, but I kind of liked it at the same time. It reminded me of like Hairspray, the 2007 one with Amanda Bynes. That Hairspray, just kind of cheesy and silly, but I don't know. I liked it. Um, I think Ruby getting captured by the CGI music notes was very silly, but also kind of funny. Um, I don't know, it was kind of goofy. I enjoyed that part. But yeah, overall, the episode could have been better. It could have been worse, but it could have been better. So I'm gonna give this one a C minus. Let me know what you guys thought of it down in the comments below. Something I forgot to mention, considering the fact that they couldn't legally use the Beatles music, I think they handled it in a good way. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. I'll be talking more about the Matt Smith era. Peace.